Well, I guess you could say it's kind of a dreary morning across northeast Wisconsin. We've got clouds. Some of you have seen some fog this morning. Let's talk about what happens next. This is First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Balon in the First Alert Weather Center. Time to give you an update on your forecast. Let's get you out to a live view. What do you say we choose? How about Manitowoc? Can we do Manitowoc? All right. Bear with me here. I'm trying to get something on my computer to work. There we go. And switch. There we go. Manitowoc. About time. Squawky, you missed a spot. See Squawky underneath the current conditions there, poking at himself. Always preening those feathers. Yeah, you. 59 degrees, cloudy skies. Visibility looks better. It was a little foggy this morning around daybreak, but the visibility has improved. 2.5 mile visibility right now at the airport. It was down to 1/4 mile at times this morning. Still some fog in Sheboygan, just over a mile visibility. There's a dense fog advisory still in effect for Sheboygan County and southward down towards Milwaukee till 10 o'clock this morning. The rest of northeast Wisconsin not under a dense fog advisory. So, yes, we've got a lot of clouds. And because of those gray clouds, we avoided widespread fog across northeast Wisconsin. But I'll tell you, those clouds, they're not going to be here tomorrow morning. And we're still going to have moisture near the ground. And there's going to be calm conditions. I think the recipe is there for fog problems late tonight into tomorrow morning. We'll get into that in just a second. There's the forecast for today, Thursday. A slow clearing. It's going to take a while. We'll have a temperature of 67 degrees at 10 o'clock. 63, 10 o'clock, 67, 1 o'clock this afternoon, a high of 71, a little bit of late day sunshine, and we're falling back into the 60s this evening. Sunset is at 7:10 p.m. Here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. There's the cloudy sky that we have right now. Watch how these clouds take their sweet time to erode away. What's happening? Well, we've got high pressure building in from Canada. That's going to slowly erase away those clouds. It'll be a slow process, but I'm expecting around 4, 5, 6 p.m. to have some late day sunshine, and then skies will be fair as we head towards this evening. So we're looking for mostly cloudy, or no, check that, mostly clear weather at tonight's Packers-Washington Commanders game. Mostly clear at the 7:15 kickoff, 66 degrees, dropping back into the upper 50s towards the end of the game, and east winds will be very light, about 3 miles an hour. Our next weather maker, I already alluded to it, the potential for widespread fog after the game into early Friday morning. And this will perhaps encourage you to increase any travel time because you may be forced to slow down with reduced visibility and allow for extra following distance between you and other cars and use those low beam headlights. Our severe weather outlook Friday morning is low. We're watching for a possible upgrade. If we find ourselves getting widespread dense fog. Like, for example, say the National Weather Service issues a dense fog advisory across much of northeast Wisconsin. We might need to jump into the moderate category. And if so, then your Friday becomes a First Alert weather day. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor tracking the potential for fog. So this is 8 o'clock this evening, a little touch of fog near Manitowoc. Fog after the Packer game, not too bad. But then it's after midnight, widespread fog develops. Look at that. That's 7 o'clock Friday morning, and it looks like most of the area has reduced visibility. Visibility could drop down to and even below 1/4 mile. That fog would probably fade away by the time we get to about 9, 10 o'clock Friday morning. But the Friday morning commute might not be so good. Right now, temperatures are on either side of 60 degrees. We're at 59 in Green Bay. We're at 61 in the Fox Cities. Same thing with Shawano. It's a little cooler in Marinette and in Escanaba, 58 degrees apiece. And here's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. 71 today with a slow clearing. Fog late tonight into tomorrow morning, then some warm sunshine. Friday's high, 79. I think we'll be cooling down Friday evening for high school football games. 71 at the kickoff for the games tomorrow night, into the mid-60s by the end of the game. Skies will be partly cloudy with a southeast wind around 5 to 10 miles an hour. It's going to feel somewhat humid out there, especially for the middle of September. And we've got Kaukauna at Neenah as the Operation Football Game of the Week. We'll be getting highlights of that game and all the games across Northeast Wisconsin tomorrow night on Action 2 News at 10. And then it's late Friday night, and especially into Saturday morning, we've got a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. There's a disturbance that's coming in from the northwest. We're probably going to be dry during those high school football games, but here we are looking at Saturday morning, 1 a.m. You can see those showers and storms pushing towards Rhinelander, Eagle River, sinking south and east, arriving into the Green Bay area around 7 o'clock Saturday morning. And then we're looking at that chance of a few brief downpours, lightning. It's a low risk of severe weather for Saturday morning. And then those showers and storms exit the area going into Saturday afternoon. So skies will clear out in the latter half of Saturday. And then Sunday looks dry. So the weekend starts off with some rain, but it's not going to be a washout. It is going to be warm, however. Highs will be near 80 degrees, and there's going to be an increase in the humidity. I don't think it's going to feel quite as tropical as it felt earlier this summer, but it is going to be somewhat or slightly sticky this weekend into early next week. And early next week looks warm. Highs getting up into the lower half of the 80s. We've got you covered with that forecast, no matter where you are, what you're doing. This is always a great thing to have on your phone when you're traveling. That way you can get the forecast wherever you go. Whether it's sunny or it's severe, check out our First Alert weather app, WBAY First Alert Weather. Scan the QR code on the screen and download that for free. All right, let's wrap up that live stream. So again, tomorrow morning, fog might be a bit of a problem. And I really encourage you to watch tomorrow morning on Action 2 News. I'm actually not going to be here tomorrow morning because I have to fill in on Sunday for the vacationing meteorologist Emily Mers. But tomorrow, our newest meteorologist, Nolan Kane, he's going to be filling in for me. That way I can fill in for Emily. Does that make sense? And tomorrow, fog could become a problem. So make sure you're watching Nolan's forecast tomorrow. And behind me, Aisha Morales is going to have updates on First Alert traffic. I know she's going to be, bringing out those traffic cameras and showing you what the visibility looks like. That way you have an idea of how much like pea soup that fog could possibly be in your neighborhood. So again, plan ahead for tomorrow, getting yourself off to work, getting the kids off to school, making sure that the kids are staying safe, waiting curbside for the bus tomorrow morning, especially if it's foggy. They shouldn't be crossing the road in front of oncoming cars at all, but it's especially dangerous when it's foggy out there because drivers may not be able to see them until it's getting a little late. So make sure your kids are first alerted to the possibility of fog and how that could impact them as they go off to school tomorrow morning. All right, thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. Have a great Thursday. We'll catch you.